What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Heaven 17. We're returning to the Luxury Gap, 1983, as Lucas sits very inconveniently right in the way. And yes, once again, big shout out to Mr. Solo for sharing all the Human League and Heaven 17 material. And the next track is We Live So Fast. So I suppose this could be making a commentary about humanity as a whole, maybe humanity or the residents of particular countries in the early 80s, given some of the songs on the album so far that do at least make reference, maybe in some cases more directly, in other cases more obliquely, to socioeconomic attitudes and perhaps the greedy accumulation of wealth. I wouldn't be surprised if there is some meaning running in that larger or sociological direction. Of course, it could be about two people in a relationship and, sort of emotionally getting involved to the point where they're perhaps not in control of what's going to happen or of their own feelings. Maybe it'll function on multiple levels. But yes, the suggestion that you're living fast is that perhaps you are speeding through barriers or areas of progression in a way that perhaps makes it a bit unwieldy, a bit reckless, or at the very least not entirely in your control the same way it would be if you were going more methodically and more slowly. So yes, I think there's at least a suggestion of tension or danger in the title, whether that's societally or interpersonally or both. So yes, let's give it a listen. This is Heaven 17. The track is We Live So Fast, and it's from their 1983 album, The Luxury Gap. I did want to mention, I noticed in the folder here, there's actually two extended versions and a dub version, as well as a part 1 and 2 of Crushed by the Wheels of Industry. So we do have some bonus tracks once we finish the album with the next track, which is The Best Kept Secret. But in any case, here is We Live So Fast by Heaven 17.
Please, don't ask me to stay. I'm leaving this town, don't worry now. Believe me, 'cause I believe that luck is on my side. The future is mine, if I can find a way through these strange days of my life. We live so fast, oh shoot, no time to waste. Use it, we live so fast. Make the first step and reach out for tomorrow. We live so fast. Oh shoot, we can't stand still. We live so fast. Oh shoot, move out of my way. It's time to make it happen. The streets deserted and cold. They're not paved with gold, but I don't care. For those who think young will still survive, making them move, hoping to prove that they can face this big city, small world, big time. We live so fast, oh shoot, no time to waste. Use it, we live so fast. Make the first step and reach out for tomorrow. We live so fast. Oh shoot, we can't stand still. We live so fast. Oh shoot, move out of my way. It's time to make it happen. phone, still searching for home. We live so fast, alone but not lonely. I move on. Take the first step and reach out for tomorrow. We live so fast. We can't stand still. We live so fast. Move out of my way. It's time to make it happen.
And a train speeds on by outside my apartment. So, number one, I think it's rather fitting the two tracks I did in this batch, one from Human League, one from Heaven 17, not only because they both feature the intensifying modifier so, but they're both forward-looking. Now, I think there's a bit of nuance to this. Okay, so first of all, I think most notably, the chorus in particular expresses a carpe diem, seize the day type of attitude, though maybe with, if not irony, at the very least an understanding that there's multiple sides to that sentiment. I will say also the sonics, from the dynamic, energetic, percussive rhythms to the rapid-fire synth melodies and the vocals, said in a very fast and rhythmic time, it all seems to be musically expressing that sentiment of the themes and lyrics. But it's interesting. Okay, so first we do get reference to what sounds like socioeconomic perspective, and maybe specifically in the time of the early 80s that, he's talking about, kicking off the dust of this small town and going forward, looking forward and, reaching out to the future as it exists in that time and place, and, feeling that he's grown beyond this older way of thinking, a smaller town type of life, and he's ready to embrace the future. But there's also the line about, getting out of my way, so that might mean in sort of a, Faustian Goethe manner of, you gotta push aside the old to seize the new and to recognize that this is something different and a new possibility. So, yeah, it does seem to be functioning on the level of, in this new world, it's only the young of us who can see that there's a new way of doing things, and it's about motion and about energy and, taking hold of this new possibility and not letting our old sentimental sympathies and emotions get in the way of that, or even other people. And indeed, this new way might involve a bit of a everybody for themselves. I'm going to grab this opportunity before you do. So that could speak to the socioeconomic attitudes of the Reagan Thatcher 80s and this, dog eat dog, everyone for themselves sort of attitude. But embedded within that is a sort of critique, this idea that, well, if you're looking for we're all kind of in this endeavor together, and we look out for ourselves, or we look out for those that we know, family and friends and the places we come from, then, you're looking in the wrong place, or you're behind the times, which again, in sort of a punk rock lyrical vein, there's an embedded criticism within that. So I do wonder also if it could be functioning also on an emotional level, that, to get past prior hang-ups or situations, you just have to be ready to, again, carpe diem, seize the day, look forward, which is very much the essence of what I took away from the Human League song, which is So Hurt, that I reacted to in the same batch. So again, I feel like this is more on a grander scale, more in relation to economic opportunities, the changing dynamic of big city sociology and financial changes that were taking place at this time, but perhaps again with a multi-layered perspective. So yeah, a really cool tune, one that again I think is sonically exuding the type of attitude conveyed by the lyrics, even if again they're nuanced in that they're saying one thing, they're giving us prescriptions and directives, but in a way that suggests there's a an understanding that things will be destroyed, other people will be pushed aside. Again, sort of in that Faustian way. So a really interesting track. Absolutely enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.